Good evening and welcome to this evening's business opportunity presentation. My name is Louise Spencer and I am so excited to be taking you through this evening's briefing. So a little bit of background on myself. My name is Louise. I've been partnered with the company now for a little bit over 3 years. And prior to me partnering with the company, I had a background in private healthcare management. And the reason why I was looking for an additional opportunity or an additional income source was I was working crazy hours. I was doing anywhere between 70 to 90-hour weeks. I was doing about 1,000 miles a week in the car. I was living out of hotels. And I soon realized that the job that I had just wasn't going to be compatible with family life. So at the time, I was recently engaged and I was starting to plan ahead for having a family, and I didn't want to be in a situation that I had to choose between having my financial independence as a female or having my successful career. I wanted something that was going to give me both the time freedom and the financial security. That's when I stumbled upon this business opportunity. And when I saw this business presentation for the very first time, I knew that this was what I was going to do with the rest of my life. So I'm really excited, like I said, to welcome everybody on here who is looking at this for the very first time. As I said, I'm a little bit over 3 years with the company now, and I've recently given birth to my little baby girl, and I've been able to work this business around a full-time job, then transition into doing this full-time, and now I'm doing it full-time around being a mum. So let's get straight into it. So to start off, what we're going to be talking about today is the fact that there are 5 points for the successful running of any business platform, whether that be in the network marketing profession or any other profession. So those 5 points are trends, the company that you're partnered with, products, the income potential, and timing. And it's absolutely imperative that for the successful running of any of these businesses, that if, for example, one of these were absent, it's like a cog missing from a wheel and it just isn't going to work. So what I'm going to be doing today is talking you through all of these trends and looking at how they all converge together to provide a really unique business opportunity. So, trends. First and foremost, I'm going to start on the anti-aging and health industry. This is the industry that's at the forefront of the company that we're partnered with. And what's really important to understand is that a trend is something that's not to be confused with a fad. A fad is something that will not stand the test of time. It's like the latest Christmas toy that's popular for maybe a few months and then it's disregarded and no one talks about it ever again. When you're choosing to partner with a company and you're thinking about setting up your own business, it's really important that you're choosing an industry that is going to stand the test of time. You want to choose an industry that's ever evolving and it's continuing to grow. The anti-aging and health industry is a $1 trillion industry, and it's something that is becoming, more and more prevalent, let's just say, in today's society. People want to look younger and live and feel younger for longer. So we've got people as young as their early 20s looking for solutions to their aging needs, and this is following the whole way through life. Talking more about the gig economy then, this was something that I didn't really understand. I'd never heard of this terminology prior to partnering with the company, but the gig economy essentially refers to people looking for an additional, let's say, side gig or side hustle, or in layman's terms, maybe a supplementary income. So we're seeing more and more people that are taking on, extra jobs, maybe of an evening and weekend. And in my previous profession, I trained as a physiotherapist, and I know, for example, many of the colleagues that I worked with, they would do a full-time job Monday to Friday, and then they would go and work with a sports team or maybe run a private clinic on the weekend. And there are a number of reasons for this. People are looking to, continually make ends meet. The rate of inflation is often increasing at a faster pace than our salaries are. So people are looking for these supplementary, flexible ways of working. Which takes me on to the next point, which is flexible working and learning and earning at the same time. So people no longer want to be dictated when they have to clock in and clock out of an office. They want something that's, flexible, easy to work around, family life, etc. They want to be able to have some ability maybe to work from home or to maybe drop their kids to school and have these flexible working hours. And people are also looking for multiple revenue sources and utilizing platforms such as social media as a catalyst to grow these businesses. So we're seeing people, even with large social media followings, that are building these online businesses and doing so around a full-time job and learning how to leverage a really great supplementary income. And retirement is something that's becoming much more prevalent. I think that this is something you're going to hear a lot more of over the next few years. But people no longer want to have to work until they're in their late 60s, early 70s. People want to plan to be able to retire earlier so that they can enjoy their life for longer. A statistic that I want to share with you is something that I heard a few years ago, and something that really put things into perspective for me, is that for people who are in their 30s, let's say early 30s at the moment, it is actually predicted that they will have to work until their mid 70s before they get their pensions, which for me is a crazy statistic. And on top of that, for our children who are born today, it's predicted that the average retirement age is actually going to increase to mid to late 80s. So the harsh reality of it is that if we're not planning in advance, not only for our retirements or for our futures, but also for our families' futures moving forward, that a lot of our children are not going to live long enough to see the retirement. So for me, it's a combination of all of these trends that our company is focusing on. We're helping people work flexibly, plan for early retirement, and then enjoy life earlier. So the business or the company that we're partnered with is called Nu Skin Enterprises. Nu Skin has been established since 1984. We are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which basically means that we are a complete open book when it comes to our facts and our figures. We operate in up to 50 different markets on a global scale, which is absolutely incredible, which also means that if you know people in other markets, such as perhaps Canada or Australia or France, for example, you can reach out to these people via social media or however else you would normally contact them, and straight away you can actually have an international business at your fingertips. Between the years 2009 and 2018, our company doubled in revenue, and the reason why these figures and these numbers are pertinent is because we went through a global double dip recession during this time frame. So when a lot of other companies were liquidizing and were struggling financially, Nu Skin actually went from strength to strength. And I feel like that really validates the need and the want, not only for our products, but also for how incredible our business model is. And something else I want to draw your attention to at the bottom of the screen is the fact that we are a blue chip company on the stock exchange. This basically means that we are, if you're awarded a blue chip, it basically means that you're a mature company on the stock market. It means that the company is safe, it's stable, it's profitable, and it's long lasting. And it also means that it's a leading company and within its sector. And generally it's impervious to economic downturns. So for anyone who's potentially up to speed, let's say, on the economy, you will know that generally in every kind of 9 to maybe 13 years we go through a recession, which means that in the next few years we'll probably go through another recession again, and you want to make sure that the company that you're partnered with is not going anywhere anytime soon. And you can see from the figures on the screen, during the last recession we doubled in revenue. So I am very confident in fact that our company will continue to grow in the way that it is if we do undergo another recession. So coming on to the science, this is something that really appealed to me, with me coming from a more scientific background. And we have got more than 75 PhD level and above in-house scientists spanning 3 research centers on a global scale. Now, if I was to create some context for you on this, if we were to draw some comparisons to maybe some high street brands, a typical high street brand will have anywhere between maybe 5 and 7 in-house scientists. So that just shows you how many scientists we're employing, because we're driven by innovation and we want to make sure that we are at the forefront of the anti-aging industry and that we're constantly bringing out new and exciting products for our customers. What's unique about us as a company compared to other companies is that we do not just target the signs of aging. We want to find the root causes of the problem, and we want to do so at a genetic level and look to reverse the sources of aging. And we don't just do so from the outside in, we also do it from the inside out, and that is something that makes us unique. So this is something that, again, is really close to my heart. And when I was researching this company and deciding, what company I wanted to partner with, what I was absolutely blown away by was that our company is not just all about the sales and the revenue. They have got a massive heart. So this is our Nourish the Children initiative. And it is 5% of what we do, but it's 95% of who we are. And essentially what this initiative does is our science team has come together and they have formulated a bag of what we call Vitameal, which you can see on the screen. Essentially what a bag of Vitameal is, it's like a bag of porridge, except for it contains all of the essential vitamins and minerals and nutrients needed for healthy brain and bone development. And what we can do as either customers or as sales leaders is we can donate these amazing bags of Vitameals to malnourished children in Malawi, which is absolutely incredible. And since the initiative started in 2002, we have donated over 600 million meals via this initiative. And so potentially, if the business side of things isn't for you, I absolutely implore you to consider looking into this initiative in more detail, because it's something that everybody can donate to. And for £16.50, you can feed a child for an entire month. So moving on to the products then. So you can see that we've got several different categories here. So I'm going to go through them in a little bit more detail, but we have got an ever extensive or kind of growing portfolio of products, which is again really exciting for us. It keeps our customers coming back to us because they see that we're constantly winning awards and we're bringing out new exciting products. But if I draw your attention to the top left-hand side of the screen, you can see we've got our social selling favorites. So these products are really, really well priced, and they're absolutely fantastic for people who want to predominantly focus their business on building via social media. You can do before and after photos using these, showing how amazing the results are, and they're really easy to sell to customers via either Instagram or Facebook. Then drawn down underneath that, we've got our cosmetics ranges up in the top right-hand side. Then we've got our Age Lock brand. So this is our premium skincare line, which addresses the signs and sources of aging at a genetic level. And then moving down, then we've got our health and our supplements range, which we call our Pharmanex range. And you can see next to the word Pharmanex, we've got something which is called our Biophotonic Scanner. And I was absolutely blown away by this when I first got introduced to the company. This scanner, essentially what it does, it's nearly like a lie detector for your health. So you can actually scan your antioxidant level in real time and get a really nice indicator, essentially in terms of what your antioxidant score is, which it kind of correlates to how healthy you are on the inside. And what our company has then done is they have married up our supplements range with this scanner. And what you can do is you can get a baseline reading, and you then take the supplements, and then if your antioxidant score doesn't significantly improve after several months, we actually offer a money back guarantee on our supplements, and we're the only company in the world to do that. So for those of you who are maybe interested in health and fitness, I know I certainly am, and before I partnered with the company, I used to take lots and lots of supplements, and we know that you take supplements because, not necessarily of how they make you feel, but because you know that they're designed to look after your insides, and you just assume and you trust that they're doing what they're doing. And I was really shocked to see that after me being so consistent with supplements for such a long time prior to partnering with the company, when I actually got my antioxidant reading, it was substantially lower than what I expected it to be. And since making that transition onto our products, it's gone right back up to the top, which again just puts my mind at ease knowing that I'm protecting my cells as much as I possibly can. So we've got products for absolutely everyone. You can see here we've got our introductory skin therapy systems, we've got hair care ranges, plant-based ranges, we've got tan, we've got sun cream, etc., etc. So we've got products for absolutely everyone, for all budgets. We actually often say that as long as you know someone who's got skin, hair, or teeth, you're going to find a product for everybody. And we've also got some absolutely incredible beauty devices. So these are really, really amazing business tools. We've actually recently been awarded the world's #1 at-home beauty system device brand, meaning that we are bringing salon quality treatments and devices into the customers' homes. which is absolutely incredible. So the way that these products will work is you will sell a product, say, for example, and then the customer will need to utilize the gels or the cleansers that accompany them. And then when they're used up, the customers are going to come back to you on a monthly basis or bi-monthly basis to repeat order these gels and cleansers. And this is where you're going to be able to build up a really, really stable income. And if I draw your attention to the product that's kind of at the center of the screen, it nearly looks like a microphone with the blue top. This is called our Lumi Spa device, and this is absolutely incredible. This device launched, I think it was in February last year. So it was about 18 months ago. This is a dual action cleansing device. And within 18 months of this launching, we sold over 2 million units worldwide, making it the #1 beauty device in the world at the moment. So again, if you're thinking about this from a business perspective, you want to be partnering with a company that's constantly bringing out these innovative, award-winning products. They're consumable products that people are going to keep coming back for, and they're all patented as well. So in terms of media coverage, we do not pay for celebrity endorsements, and we pay for very, very little media coverage or marketing or advertisement. So when you see us in magazines such as Vogue, Glamour, Cosmopolitan, Grazia, those kind of things, it's because we will send products to the editors for them to review, and because they love them and they rate them so much, they then decide to publish them in their magazines. And again, I think that just validates how incredible our product lines are. So let's look at the business model and the compensation plan then in a little bit more detail, and how exactly you will earn your income. So the way that we are doing business is evolving. We are taking different types of business concepts and essentially merging them into one. And this is what makes network marketing and Nu Skin a unique concept. So if we look at the franchise concept or the franchise model, this is historically has been the most popular business model in the world, and over 2/3 of businesses up to this day and age are franchises. But there are huge downsides to franchises from our perspective, I suppose, and that is that they generally cost a hell of a lot of money to invest in. There's overheads, you need stock, you need inventory, etc., etc. So if you look at someone like Starbucks or even like McDonald's, I'm not sure off the top of my head exactly how much a McDonald's franchise is if you wanted to buy into one at the moment, but I'm sure it's roughly between 200,000 and anywhere up to like 2 million, depending on the location. So there's not a lot of people who are going to be able to afford that kind of an investment to get a business up and running. Then if we move on and we look at the B2C model, so this is becoming a more and more popular business model. So if we look at brands such as Uber and Airbnb, Uber is the largest taxi or car service brand in the world, but it doesn't own any cars. And Airbnb, the largest online property platform, let's say, and it doesn't own any properties, which is absolutely incredible. So these types of online platforms are perfect for people who want to get involved in business and learn how to leverage. However, most of these, you can see, you can either buy into a franchise and you can utilize the B2B model, or you can buy into the B2C model and you can sell your products to customers. But we, as a business model, we do both, which is absolutely amazing. So this is perfect because you can, as I mentioned previously, we operate in over 50 markets on a global scale. You don't just have to do one or the other. You can sell or recommend products to friends and family, but then you can also, if you wish, franchise what you're doing, and you can expand your business on a global scale. And this is absolutely incredible because if, for example, we do have any sort of an economic downturn in one market, you can operate in many, many other markets on a global scale, which provides you with a huge amount of business stability. So the Nu Skin platform offers flexible choices depending on what you want to get from the business. So you can share products with friends and family. You've then got the option to build a team of people or a network of distributors. And then if you want to progress again, you've got the opportunity to lead teams of people to do the same thing. So in other words, what we are is we are connectors. So we build a global network of partners, of salespeople, and of customers. So we are connecting people directly with the products, and we are also connecting people with the business opportunity. And essentially, we're earning incredible bonus commissions for doing so. So how exactly does it work? So the term compensation plan or compensation was again something that I didn't quite understand when I first started in the company. So it basically means how you're going to be financially compensated or rewarded for your hard work. So when you sign up with Nu Skin, you sign up and you get a free membership with the company, which is absolutely incredible because a lot of other network marketing companies, you actually have to pay just to join. So you get a free membership with the company, and that essentially gives you access to all of our award-winning product ranges at wholesale price. So what you're able to do then is you're able to buy whatever products you wish, and then you can start using them, recommending them to friends and family. And then there are two main ways that you will start earning an income from the business. You can start sharing the products. So you can share the products either via social media or offline, whichever you feel comfortable with, and you can earn up to 38% retail markup on any of the product sales that you make. You then have the opportunity to build a team and create weekly bonuses. So this is completely optional, but if you decide to do this, you can start introducing other people into your team and help them do the exact same thing. So help them retail the products. You then have the opportunity to lead. So this is when you start building a team and then helping your teams build teams. And this is where we are now creating and leveraging a lot more time and income. So there are several key milestones in your Nu Skin business. You can become a brand representative. This is the first major milestone in the business. And essentially what you do at this first step is you can complete a qualification over a 1 week to a 6 month time frame, and it's completely up to you when you do so. And in order to hit this first milestone, it is based on how much sales volume is moving through your organization on a monthly basis. In order to then go to step number 2, you've then got the option to become a brand partner, and you do so by teaching others to become brand representative. And then the third step is to become a brand director, and we do this by building leadership teams. So this is helping your teams build teams of their own and by leading them and training and guiding and supporting them. So we have got a really rewarding compensation plan. So when you see these figures on the screen, you can see that they're in dollars, and these are and the reason that they're in dollars is because we are an American-based company. But the numbers that you see on the screen, these are an average of the overall EMEA region, or the European, Middle East and Africa region, for what people are earning at each of the different levels. So when you hit the very first promotion in the business, which we've just spoken about, which is the brand representative level, you can see that the average income is just over $400 on a monthly basis. So this is something, this business is designed to start off and scale up around working a full-time job. It's really, really flexible, and you can commit as much or as little time as you want. So I think a lot of people out there would absolutely love to have an extra $400+ on a monthly basis, or in pounds, it would roughly convert to about 320 to 350 pounds. But if I draw your attention, and you can see that as you start to climb up and you start to help more people become brand representative, you can see that the income level starts to increase quite substantially. So if I draw your attention to the executive brand partner level, this is when you have personally helped 4 people become brand representative. And the reason why I want to draw your attention to this level is this is the point where you actually start to surpass the national average wage. And I did this alongside working a hectic full-time job and planning my wedding. So again, it's completely up to you how much or how little time you want to commit, but it is a really, really flexible business opportunity. And I think a lot of people out there, if around a full-time job, if you're earning that kind of an income, would be very, very thankful. And then if you want to continue moving up to director level, then you can see that this is when the income levels start to increase quite substantially. So if I again draw your attention to executive brand director, which is the very, very top of the compensation plan, this is when you have helped 6 people personally become brand representative, and then 3 of those 6 people are now building really, really stable leadership teams of their own. On average, it takes roughly maybe between 5 and 6 years to get to this point if you're willing to work consistently. But for me, I don't know about you, but when I first saw this business model, I didn't care if it took me 10 years, 15 years. There was nothing that I was ever going to do in my previous profession that was ever going to reward me or compensate me financially like this would. So one of the things that I was, I was concerned about, I suppose, when I was first starting was, would I get enough support? This was a new industry to me. I had no previous experience, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to get the right training and guidance. And we have got something for absolutely everyone. So depending on, if you want to build your business online or offline or both, if you're an auditory learner, a visual learner, whatever, there is something for absolutely everyone. And we have got a training arm to the New Skin company called OTG, or One Team Global, and we run local events, we run webinars, we've got printed materials, we've got meetings, calls, and we all work together as one big team to help everyone succeed. And then moving on to timing. So as I mentioned previously, New Skin is positioned on trends. So we've got many, many global trends that are converging all together at once that we're basing ourselves upon. And the fact that at this time, in society at the moment, many people are looking for that alternative source of income. So many people are looking to supplement an income and start up, a free business opportunity from home utilizing social media. And we have got brand new game-changing technology such as the Lumi Spa, but we're also constantly bringing out new award-winning innovative technology to help us, fuel our businesses, and like I said, to help us continue to grow on a global scale. So just briefly to summarize everything that we've kind of covered today. As I mentioned, we are positioned at the forefront of many, many trends. So not just the anti-aging and youth preservation and wellness and health industry, but also the fact that people are looking for that extra side gig, something that's flexible, something they can work from home, something they can use social media as a catalyst to fuel and help them plan for early retirement. We partner with a company that is rock solid on the New York Stock Exchange, one that is completely credible, that's listed in Forbes top 100 most trusted companies in the world, with products that are winning awards, left, right, and center really at the moment, not just for being amazing products, but also we're winning awards for our innovation as well. And we've got an income potential that is uncapped. And for those of you who are unaware, the network marketing profession is the #1 profession for millionaires in the entire world. So it's bigger than the music industry, the movie industry, the football industry. It's actually bigger than all of those industries combined. So if you want to get a pay rise in this industry or in your business, you can go out and you can get that pay rise if you work hard enough. So for me, there's never been a better timing, not just for the network marketing profession, but for New Skin as a business. We only represent a very, very small fraction of the network marketing profession in the UK right now. And for me, that just means one thing. That means potential. And we're going to undergo a huge amount of growth over the next few years. So the timing has never been better for us. But the question is the timing right for you? So what I would suggest that you do is go back to the person who invited you on this call tonight. Let them know what interested you the most about this business briefing, and hopefully I'll see you at one of our local events in the near future. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a lovely evening.